Brethren, how y'all doing today? Listen, today we're going to be talking about entrepreneurship loneliness. Now, listen, I'm not an entrepreneur. I am a wantrepreneur. I'm somebody who's pursuing the path of entrepreneurship, and I will pursue this until the fucking day that I die. Do you understand me? Okay? But there's a lot of loneliness on this journey, so we're going to break this down into a couple steps. I got this shit written down, so I'm going to be looking at my laptop. But when you're on this journey as a young, ambitious man pursuing greatness, pursuing legacy, pursuing business, you're gonna experience a lot of loneliness, especially in the beginning stages, because you don't have anybody else around you pursuing shit like this. So you're like the weird one out, you feel me? How do you deal with the loneliness? I'm gonna show you how I plan on dealing with it and how I've started to make some changes to feel less lonely without being a little bitch and going back to the slave mindset, okay? So let me break this down. First, I'm gonna introduce myself, tell you who I am. Then, and the things that I'm experiencing. Then, I'm gonna tell you my plan to overcome this loneliness. And then I'm gonna tell you the lessons that I've learned so far on how to deal with this lonely feeling and mindset early on, how to deal with it quickly and get that shit out so you can continue on your path of greatness and take care of your fucking family and yourself. Okay, so my name is Antoine. I'm 24 years old, and I am now committing fully my entire life to entrepreneurship and self-improvement. So that right there is a very lonely path because most young men, 90% of young men, are not on this path of greatness. They're going out and clubbing and partying like they're little fucking high school girls. And it's just hard to relate to people. So you experience loneliness when you're ambitious, bro. So what I plan on doing is, dog, I'm not going back. I resist the idea of going back to playing video games and watching porn and jerking off and being relatable to these guys. Because this shit is miserable. I've done it already. Nobody's happy doing that shit, bro. So I resist going back, and it makes me weird. But we'll see where I am 3 years from now, and we'll see where they are 3 years from now. Newsflash, I already know where they're going to be 3 years from now. They're going to be exactly where their other friends are that are older than them, or their dad is, or their fucking uncle is, and they're not very far in life. They're still struggling, working job to job, and no judgment, because this is my family too, bro. But I resist that path in life. I'm not going down that route. So here's my plan on how to conquer this feeling of it's 12 o'clock in the morning. I can't go to sleep. I'm trying to pursue this shit. I'm reading books. I'm staying up late, racking my mind with all this information. I want to make a YouTube channel. All the YouTube channels not going to work out. It's oversaturated. Oh my God. I'm on semen retention. I'm not busting nuts anymore. I'm not fucking, staying up late at night, hitting up girls and shit anymore. This shit is lonely. Should I just give up, bro? Should I just give up? So here's my plan on how to conquer that bitch voice and continue down this path, okay? So, one is find a like-minded community. Find a community of brothers or men that are on the same path as you. Young guys that are committed. And if you can't find young guys, then find older guys, bro. Seriously. It helps to have something rather than nothing. I heard Brandon Carter say this one time. He said, don't let what you can't do stop you from doing what you can do. You feel me? So find a like-minded community. What I found was, and this is no promo, by the way, I get no money for this. I found Hamza's Adonis School, which at the time of this recording, February 6, 2024, this shit cost $129 a month. So if you can't afford that, he also has this thing called Adonis Gang, which is free. But listen, y'all down in the comments, in this community that we're going to build here, I'm going to make something like a Discord or something. It's free so that y'all don't have to spend any money. And then we can all get together, share our goals, and commit to this shit, bro. strong, masculine young men who are resisting going back to the bullshit type of lifestyle that you had before. It's fucking depressing, bro. Don't go back. Okay? So how do you do this in real life? So I consider myself an introvert. I don't really talk to people that much when I'm out. But an easy way to kill this feeling of you don't belong here, you're so weird, is just to first improve your mental health, right? Just go outside, get some sunlight, go to sleep at a decent time, eat a little bit cleaner, bro. And then you go outside and you just talk to a stranger. And you're like, what do I say to them? Just in your mind, go in your mind and say, I want to be more interested in this person. I want to be curious about this individual. And then your body's gonna start to feel these sensations of like, I'm actually interested in that person. And then the thoughts and the questions to ask them are gonna pop in your head. All you gotta do is be there for 15 seconds and some type of emotion is gonna be sparked during that conversation. And you're gonna feel less lonely that fucking quick. That quick, bro. It's like I know it sounds like a weird woo-woo spiritual shit, but I'm into shit like that and it works, bro. Just try it. I said 15 seconds. It's not that hard. Talk to a stranger. So I'm going to try this on my coworkers because, like I said, I don't really relate to these guys. I'm not going to end up in the same place as these guys. But just so that I don't go to fucking work every day feeling like a weirdo, let me be curious about who they are, what they got going on, instead of judging them and saying, you're not going to be in the same place. They're not, but I don't have to fucking judge them. So, okay, next. Girls, bro. What do you do when you feel lonely because you're on this path and you don't want to get into a serious relationship? You don't want girls to hold you back. The first thing I'm going to recommend, bro, is you need to make your purpose huge. Bigger than girls, bigger than sex, bigger than porn, all that shit. But let me gather myself for this one. When you make that shit huge, you won't let girls bitch you around. You won't let girls force you into a relationship because your purpose is so massive. So you got to get that shit down first. I'm so serious. This is important. Because let's say you still act like a little bitch and then there's just one girl that shows interest in you. She will ruin you. Do you hear me? Do not allow that shit to happen. And it's very simple. There's 2 steps. Make a huge, massive purpose and commit to it and increase your masculinity. And the way that you increase your masculinity is by having that big purpose and then dialing it back and having like monthly milestones to get there, and then weekly milestones, and then daily milestones to get there. So every single day you got work to do. So if she's playing games with you, it doesn't really matter because you got something huge to work towards, bro. And also, hookups. Let's talk about hookups. For a while, for the last like 6 months, I've been so against hookups because I went through that fuckboy phase. And then I got into a relationship. And I ended up hooking up with girls while I was in my relationship, and I felt terrible about it. And I said, hooking up is disgusting. It's a terrible culture. It's haram. It's degenerate. Don't do it. But now I'm at the point where it's like, there's a lot of girls that want to. There's a lot of girls that want to be used sexually. I know you're not supposed to say shit like that on the internet, but it's just true. I don't give a fuck. I don't care. And at the same time, you're a man and you got sexual desires. And especially if you're beginning on this path, bro, there's no way that you're doing like semen retention or no fap for 90 fucking days. You're probably doing it for like a week, honestly. You're probably doing it for a month maximum. For me, I'm on like a month and a half of not watching porn and things like that. And this is probably the longest I've gone without. So with that being said, bro, I don't want to fall back into that. I want to release maybe like once a month. Yeah, probably like once a month or once every 2 weeks. So these types of girls that are down for it, again, once you build up your fucking character, then you can interact with these girls, have fun, enjoy yourself, right? And have sex, and then come back to your purpose immediately. Don't be sitting there thinking about her. Don't be fucking falling in love, bro. Fall in love with yourself and your purpose, and you're good, bro. So just following that alone, you're already fucking fantastic. Now the loneliness is gone. Now you're falling deeply in love with your purpose, and you're going to make a lasting impact on the world that's going to help you, help your family, help your friends, cure your fucking depression, bro. This is the most beautiful path in life. Yo. All right, so now the last section is the lessons I've learned so far. And then a recap. So the lessons I learned is quick solution is to be interested in strangers. Go inside of your mind, go inside of your body, and develop an interest in strangers. Like be curious. I wonder what this person, I wonder what their hobbies are. I wonder what they do outside of work. I wonder if they have kids. How many kids? How old are they? Are they in school? Oh, that's good. Are they good kids? Do you like your kids? And these right here, as you can see, I got interview questions. I'm asking yes or no questions. So you can see that I'm not a fucking expert on this shit, because clearly we all know that yes or no questions are not the best ones. You want to ask questions that are what, how, and why. So then they don't answer with just a yes or no. They answer, well, because, and then they give you explanations. Right? So if you're not a social person, which you probably aren't if you're watching this, if you're lonely, if you're isolating like me, then learn how to start hold on, I'm getting ahead of myself. Learn how to start asking open-ended questions. What, how, why? So it's like, how many more kids did you have is another question they could just answer with 2 kids. I'm gonna have 2 kids. See, as you can see, I'm not an expert at this shit, bro. I'm learning this shit with you. But as you can see, at the same time, it does work. But you need to practice. You need to take it one step at a time. So for me, I just went outside. I walked around to get some good sunlight. And doing that, I met one of my neighbors. I'd never fucking seen this man in my life, bro. And I lived there for like 3 months. So quick solution is to talk to strangers. And that's what I did this morning. And all I said was, what's up? Morning. And that right there, already I feel more connected to my community. If I do something a little bit more tomorrow and then a little bit more the next day, after 30 days, bro, you're going to be a fucking different person, bro. You're going to see yourself as a social person, and you're still committed to your goals. And then when it comes to girls, bro, like, let's say that if it's too hard for you to get these girls, maybe you're shooting too far out of your league. Like, take your ego out of it and bring that shit down a notch and spit some game to a 5 out of 10, bro, for real. And then a 5.5, and then a 6, and then a 6.5, and then a 7, and then work your way up, bro. And then last but not least, this is the most important key. I should have said this shit in the beginning, but this is the most important key, actually. Develop a deep self-best friend relationship with yourself. Let that sink. I really, 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 really love myself, bro. And this shit takes time. The way that I recommend it is doing mirror work. Look in the mirror, look in your eyes, and just sit there. And doing that alone will probably be uncomfortable. Just sit there and look at yourself. Like that. And then when you feel comfortable doing that, start to say stuff like, I love myself. Bro, I love you. I care about you. I want to learn how to love you more. I love myself. I'm powerful. I'm becoming the man that I need to become, bro. I love you. I love you, bro. I'm so grateful for you. I want to love you more. I want to learn how to love you more. I want to learn how to understand you more. And then say shit like that to yourself, bro. When you do that, your relationship with yourself becomes... Go outside, do hobbies. For me, I like listening to audiobooks. I like riding my bike outside. I like exploring different parts of my town that I've never seen before. I like finding like wilderness and woods that I've never been in. I like going for long walks. Like one weird thing I'm about to do is I'm about to get like kettlebells. They're kind of like the in the gym, there's this big fucking like 15, 20 pound thing, and it's got a handle on it. And you hold it like that and you like work out with it. So one thing I want to do, like I got this from Liver King, is just to take those weights and put on a backpack and put some weight in the backpack and just walk like half a mile and then walk half a mile back, like just cuz, bro, cuz that shit makes you feel like a man, bro. So loneliness as an entrepreneur or wantrepreneur, whatever the fuck you want to call it, this is how you deal with it. I'm not going to summarize it again because I already summarized it, but you get the point. You can deal with the loneliness. Stay on your path. Don't get off. I love you. And don't get off like that either. I love you.